That thing where you say to yourself you won't get another bike project because you haven't got room, and then you go and do something stupid like this.
You buy a trike because you haven't got room. And a dog. Say hello, Eddie. Okay, Tatiana, roll the intro and make me a sandwich.
So what we have is a 1978 Reliant based 850 tricycle. Bought it off a mate of mine. There's a couple of known issues which we'll go through. As you can see, overall she's in decent condition. She's been well loved and looked after, which is good. I think she's called, you can see that, the Relentless Hobgoblin. Nice little Coke bottle modification on the exhaust. Stop the water getting in there. I'm a bit crammed around here at the minute. 4-speed manual box off the top of my head, SU carb. Biggest problem we have at the moment is the engine's overheating. There's a problem with the cooling system. Now these are quite renowned for cooking themselves anyway, especially clogging up and blocking up the water jacket around the back of number 4 cylinder at the back of the engine. And one thing I have noticed on this side, the hose routing isn't brilliant. We've got a bit of a kink on the hose there, which is not helping. Teeny tiny fan on the radiator, so that won't be sucking much air through. But she's looking okay. A few bits and pieces missing. Fuel pump's missing. There we go. There, but I've got a spare. This back brake is sticking a little bit, but he's also given me the rear disc modification, which I will also fit, which will get around that problem. My little assistant is here to help. Hello Eduardo, how are you? Okay. So, we'll get the tank off and we'll have a look, do a couple of tests. A bit of a compression test, and we'll have a look at the water and cooling system. We appear to have a sticky throttle. That needs looking at. Let's check the oil. It's got oil. Smells alright. No sign of water or anything in there, which is good. So let's do a compression test. I might be plug leads up, don't know which goes where. These horrible 22 mils, which can be a complete and utter pain in the hoop to get out by the side of the distributor. Throw it on the floor. It's not looking too bad though. I'll get the rest out.
A few moments later.
So I've got the plugs out. 1 and 2 are looking okay. You're not too bad, but 2 and 3 got a lot of fouling on them. A lot of crap on there. I don't know how well that's coming out. The plot thickens. We'll do number 4 first because that's the easiest to get to. That's going to stay there. You stay there. You might stay there. And you can see that. Pop the throttle fully open. So on number 4 we have 90 psi. That's not good. I'll get the rest done.
A few minutes later.
So there we go. As you can see, not brilliantly consistent across the board. Number 4 is definitely banjaxed, so possibly valves, maybe a bit decoking, but to be honest I think number 4's cooked itself. So what we'll do, we'll take off the drain plug for the water jacket and have a look in there. So water jacket drain plug, back of number 4 cylinder, 9/16. See what we get coming out of here. That's not a healthy sign. crusty water. Let's have a look. That's... I hope you heard that. I hope you heard that. It's crusty fusty in there. Ooh. Look at that. Yeah, I think we're in for an engine strip. Get that plug back in before it pisses all over the floor. See if we can get the water pump off. I'll look in there at the thermostat housing. Let's have a look. Let's get the thermostat housing off. We're expecting a crusty fusty mess in here as well. Yes, we are. Don't know. It's not bad. It's not bad. Oh, we do have some coolant in there. Well, not coolant. We have water in there. It's not too bad. Test that later on. I'll set the thermostat out and we'll give that a test. Some crustiness in there as well. Right, I've disconnected the alternator and everything and the fan belt to the water pump. It actually feels okay, nice and loose, no end flow on it, but we'll get it off and we'll have a look inside on the impellers and stuff. Right, let's get it off. Come on, come on, you know you want to. Get out of the way, you. Don't bloody swing anything. Yeah. You bugger. Lots of silicone behind it, which isn't helping. I've got all the bolts, haven't I? There. 2, 3, 4, yeah. Screwdriver, and I don't look reaching for screwdrivers, but if I can get in to get a bit of purchase behind it. Ew. Look at this. That's not good. What's all that crap? So, the alternator off. Swivel you about a bit. Oh, there we go. That's better. Drain my tub. Oh, fucking hell. You can see that impeller is a bit crusty. Bearings feel fine, but the actual impeller and everything is a bit chewy. And it looks like there's been problems with it in the past with it leaking because there's silicone sealer everywhere. Okie dokie, I think we could spend a new water pump on that, but we're going to have to investigate a little bit further. There's actually a bit of silicone sealer in there as well, in the water jacket, which won't be helping. Right, one last bit of the water system I want to check is the back hose. So on the cooling system we have got a heated manifold for the carburetor manifold on there. It's fed off the water pump and then goes into the back of the block there. I want to take that off and have a look. Oh well, Jesus, that's tight. I'm going from that side, a bit of leverage on it. Right, violence is called for. When I say violence, I just mean a little bit more leverage. I don't want to shear it off or anything or damage the head. Can help it. There we go. I'll get that with a ratchet now. Hello, Roy, your royal crustiness. Right in there. Looks to be quite clear. There's a lot of corrosion in there. It won't be too bad. And hopefully you can see right through that as well. That's a good sign. All those waterways are clear. I do want to check the liquid manifold as well. Let's sort of get you around a bit of an angle there, if that's a bit better. Oh, that's working. Is that clear? That appears to be clear. Coolio! Whilst I'm up here, I've loosened off the rocker box already. Not a good sign. Okay. Come on. Come on, you know you want to. Oh, fucking silicone sealer everywhere. Horrible, shitty stuff. Don't use silicone. That one's sheared off, that one's snapped as well. I need some new adjuster screws. I'll crank it over, what's going to happen? Shall we see what happens? Everything seems to be moving freely enough. Jeez, look at that. Pissing stuff. I didn't notice somebody's made some rocker box spacers up as well. Oh, a piece of fucking 15mm copper pipe. Oh, we'll weigh that in. That's at least 1/10 of a pence I can get back on this job. Inside the rocker box looks okay. There's no emulsion in there, or a bit of water spatter, but you know, it's not too bad. That's going to be it for today, I think. I need to go to work later on. Do a few of the bits and pieces, you know, family life getting in the way of important stuff like bikes and trikes. The cooling system is looking a bit ropey. What I think has happened is that number 4 cylinder around the back, the water jacket started to clog up a little bit. It's overheated there and it started to blow the head gasket. So next job will be to get the head off and have a look. A few of the bits and pieces I want to do. I want to look at the electrics on this. Apparently it wasn't charging very well. I discovered why, because there was no positive cable from the alternator back to the battery. That would explain that little thing there. A few of the bits and pieces of wiring to sort out and just generally tidy up. As I said, overall this trike is actually in pretty good condition. She just needs a little bit of TLC. Thanks for watching.